In the beginning of the drama, we see the drama's female lead Lin Hua, who used to work in a streaming company and used to review romance novels through online streaming, where today she was going to review a romance novel made on a new 90s era theme. To watch this, the company investor Mr. Gao also comes there. After this, the streaming starts and Lin Hua is giving her honest review that the novel story is based on the 90s era. That means people of that time, especially girls, were not so modern and updated. Because of this, they always used to sacrifice everything in relationships so that they could achieve their love. But Lin Hua did not believe in sacrifice. That is why she also starts telling the weakness of the novel. Because of this, Lin Hua's live streaming partner Lina tells her that she has never even come into a relationship, so she has never experienced love. That is why she does not know anything, where both of them start arguing with each other. Because of this, their boss Mr. Shin has to stop the live streaming. Seeing this, Lin Hua immediately comes to talk to Mr. Shin, asking why he did that. But Mr. Gao looks at Lin Hua and smiles, as if he already knew her. And he tells Lin Hua to review that romance novel in one more live streaming, because he also liked Lin's thought. Then Lin Hua does another live streaming alone. There she tells about the pager used in the romance novel, that in that time people used to notify each other through pagers and then talk to each other on the telephone, which felt useless to her because the pager was only to remind that they also had to call. Then she is telling about the hero's favorite toy used in the novel, which is a Warcraft, and as soon as she touches it, suddenly she starts seeing everything blurry and she becomes unconscious and falls down. In 1 second, when she opens her eyes, she is inside a museum where her clothes have also changed and the broken Warcraft is also lying there. Just then, in front of Lin Hua comes Mr. Gao, whom she starts asking where she suddenly came to. So Mr. Gao just tells her that she is in 1999 and leaves from there. Hearing this, Lin Hua does not believe it. That is why she tries to leave from there. Then the museum owner stops her and starts asking for money for the broken Warcraft. But then a girl comes and tells Lin Hua to leave from there and pays the owner instead of Lin Hua. Now when Lin Hua goes outside, she gets a message on her pager that she has entered the romance novel and she will have to follow the story. Only then will she be able to go outside. The pager will also tell her the rules, and according to the rules, Lin Hua could not tell any non-player that she is inside the romance novel. And the second rule was that Lin Hua could not change the story because she was the female lead of that novel. And the third rule was that she could not tell anyone inside the novel her real identity. After hearing all this, for a moment she feels that maybe she is seeing a dream. So to come out of the dream, she hits her head on the wall. But it does not help at all. After that, the girl also comes outside, and when Lin Hua tells her everything, she finds out that the girl is actually Ming, who is her childhood best friend in the novel. Now the pager gives Lin Hua a task to complete, and Lin Hua has to transfer 10,000 yuan to Shin because he was her boyfriend in the novel and Shin had cheated on her. After this, Lin Hua tells the pager that she can change the story too, and it is not necessary for her to go to her cheating boyfriend. But the pager tells Lin Hua to follow the rules, and Lin Hua had only 5 chances. If she broke even one rule, then time would rewind again just to test it. Lin Hua breaks one rule to see, and in return she really goes back in time to when she had hit her head. When she keeps breaking rules again and again, she keeps reaching the same time again and again. Seeing this, she understands that she has to follow the rules and quickly complete the task and get out of this novel. But Lin Hua now completes her first task. After that, she gets a new task, which was that she had to date the novel's male lead Mr. Gao and do something so that Mr. Gao comes forward and expresses his feelings to her. This was her main task, by completing which Lin Hua could go to the real world. Along with the main task, she was also going to get small tasks so that she could reach her main task faster. Then she goes to Ming's house with her. There she finds an invitation card of the Lida Group, and Lin Hua remembers that Mr. Gao is also the CEO of the Lida Group. That is why she goes to the event with Ming, where all the girls' attention was on Mr. Gao only. But when Lin Hua reaches there, she mistakes Mr. Liu for Mr. Gao and starts making a plan to approach Liu at the party. Her plan was that she would tip a waiter and get close to Liu. Tries to do it. On the other hand, Mr. Gao is also in the washroom, where he receives a call from the chairman. The chairman forces him to go on tomorrow's blind date because that date was meant to move their business plan forward. Meanwhile, when Lin Hua comes out of the washroom, she meets the real Mr. Gao, and when Lin Hua asks him whether he has also received a task and that is why he is here, Gao does not understand anything. Lin Hua understands that he is just a fictional character of the novel. Then she mistakes Mr. Gao for a waiter and gives him a tip. Lin Hua's plan was that as soon as she goes near Gao, the waiter would accidentally bump into him, and Mr. Gao would save Lin Hua from falling. But as soon as she goes toward Mr. Liu, Gao comes with a trolley, and Lin Hua does fall, but Mr. Gao saves her, which was perfect for her plan. But the only difference was that Lin Hua did not know that the real Mr. Gao had saved her from falling. Now Mr. Gao leaves from there, and Lin Hua goes and sits with Liu. Liu here was touching her a bit too much. Then Lin Hua sees a wedding ring on his hand and gets angry that he is married, yet he is still flirting with her. Just then Ming comes there. She tells Lin Hua that this is Mr. Liu, and hearing this she gets embarrassed because she had thought he was Gao till now. Now to fix her mood, she goes to play games with Ming. Ming also finds Lin Hua's behavior a little strange because Lin Hua was repeatedly talking about games and systems. But she was also happy that Lin Hua had moved on from her cheating boyfriend. After that, we see that Lin Hua finds out from Ming that her parents are sending her on a blind date tomorrow. Ming does not want to go, because of which Lin Hua explains to her that if she does not like the blind date, then she can go there, ruin everything, and come back. Ming requests Lin Hua to go in her place and help her. Lin Hua also agrees to help her. After that, we see that when Lin Hua goes on the blind date, she finds out that Ming's date is actually with Mr. Gao. Both of them get shocked after seeing each other. Now, because Lin Hua has come here pretending to be Ming, she starts ruining the date and says many things like she goes to clubs with her ex-boyfriend, and if he wants to join, she can make him her friend. But when even these things do not affect Mr. Gao, Lin Hua says that she is 8 months pregnant and is about to give birth soon. But Mr. Gao still does not have any problem with this. So Lin Hua leaves the date and starts going away from there. Just then Gao receives a call. When Gao tells his name, Lin Hua stopped there and she tells him that everything she just said was only a lie. She was just testing him. On this, Gao tells her that he also knows that she is not Ming because Ming can never be like her. Now Lin Hua uses another method. She blocks Mr. Gao's car in the parking area and makes an excuse that her car has broken down. She imagines that Gao will come to help her and she will fall on Gao again. But as soon as she goes toward him, Gao spins her around and pushes her toward his assistant, and also says that he knows that the car is not Lin Hua. Along with this, while leaving, he tells Lin Hua not to use wrong method, and Lin Hua gets very irritated. On the other hand, Ming is talking to her boss about a new drawing idea. She tells him how much Lin Hua has changed. Meanwhile, Lin Hua goes to impress Mr. Gao and brings a pet rabbit for him. But after seeing it, Gao gets scared because he has an animal allergy. Because of this, he starts sneezing. Then Lin Hua takes something out of her pocket to give him, but instead of tissue paper, it turns out to be a sanitary napkin, and Gao gets angry and leaves. After that, we see that Gao is actually in the sanitary napkin production business. So he tells his team to find information about it because it was very soft and gentle, and he himself also goes to the supermarket to look for it. On the other hand, Lin Hua fails in the task of impressing Mr. Gao. So as punishment, she has to clean the building's toilet. Then she gets a new mini task that she has to build a work connection with Gao, which means she has to join the Little group. Now when Mr. Gao is in a company meeting, he presents a new project proposal that they should launch a new product of their company, and that product was a sanitary pad. On this, the chairman rejects Mr. Gao's product because they did not have enough funds and neither experience. On the other side, Lin Hua comes to the company with other girls to give an interview. Her number was supposed to come at the last, because of which she cuts and shortens her resume so that her number comes first. But Mr. Gao notices this clever trick of hers and quickly goes to take her interview, where the interview was for a normal employee. But Lin Hua says that she has come to interview for Mr. Gao's assistant. Just then Gao also arrives there. He asks Lin Hua what special thing she has inside her, because of which he should make her his assistant. So Lin Hua starts talking about AI and data because she had come from the future. She thought that her advanced talks would impress everyone, but Mr. Gao rejects her and leaves from there. Now Lin Hua remembers that she has to complete her task at any cost, so she again goes to request Gao and also apologizes, but he does not take her into the company. However, when Lin Hua is leaving, he stops her and asks about the sanitary pad room. Lin Hua starts searching for it in her bag, but she had already run out of them. So she goes outside to ask someone else for pads. All the people there feel embarrassed by her action because it was 1999. At that time, people were not so open-minded. But then Gao comes and hands her a full packet. After that, when Lin Hua goes home, Ming tells her that she still has a chance to join the Little group. She can go to tonight's event, which was the Little group chairman's wedding anniversary event. Here we see that actually Mr. Gao is the chairman's son, and the chairman gifts a pearl necklace to his wife. But Gao notices that his mother is not happy at all. Meanwhile, Linhua also enters the party on a bike. She goes to the washroom to fix her makeup. Just then, she hears the chairman and his wife's voices talking about their son Gao. The chairman wanted Gao to marry Huan so that their business could expand, and Huan also liked Gao because she considered him a suitable businessman and husband. But Gao had no interest in her at all. Gao's mother supports him, while the chairman only wanted his marriage for business reasons. Just then, Gao also comes there. He tells his mother to leave and talks to the chairman. He explains that in love and career, one should always choose career. After this, the chairman also leaves. And as soon as Gao returns to the party, Huan asks him to go on a date. Gao starts making excuses that he is busy and cannot come. Because of this, Huan forces him. At that moment, Linhua comes there, holds Gao's hand, and starts taking him away. Huan tells Linhua to stay away from Gao, and during their fight, Linhua intentionally spills wine on Gao's suit so that she can take him out of the party. As soon as wine spills on him, the chairman and Gao's mother also come there and ask Linhua who she actually is. So she takes Gao away from there, and the chairman tells them that he saw Linhua in the company today, meaning she was a new employee. Because of this, Huan tells the chairman to fire Linhua. On the other hand, Gao was waiting for his car, but his assistant was stuck in traffic. Because of this, Linhua asks Gao to take a lift on her bike, which Gao refuses. But then Linhua tells him that she knows that after going home, Gao will make his Warcraft plane model, so he should go quickly. Hearing this, Gao gets a little surprised about how Linhua knows all this. Actually, Linhua had already read this in the novel. Now Linhua starts driving, and Gao sits behind her. Just then a bicycle comes in front of their bike. But at the right time, Gao holds Linhua's hand and applies the brake. After that, Gao starts riding the bike because he did not trust Linhua's riding skill. Now when they reach home, while leaving, Gao tells Linhua that sometimes an employee should not know so much about her boss the way Linhua was interfering. Because of this, he again refuses to hire her. This makes Linhua upset. But she had completed one mini task of impressing Mr. Gao, so as a reward, she gets a hint that she should join the Yushin group because Gao is soon going to become a partner there. As soon as Linhua goes there to give an interview, because of the reward, she gets selected directly. She even becomes a permanent employee. But in that company also, everyone treats her like a servant because her department manager and boss were doing everything to collaborate with the Lidl group. That is why they were making new employees like Linhua work overtime. On the other hand, we see Ming. Her two best friends' story is liked a lot by the story editor, but he also asks her to add a love connection for Ming in that story. After that, Ming goes shopping with Linhua to celebrate. She is very surprised because the normal Linhua always used to think about saving money and only shopped for her boyfriend Shin. But this time Linhua is different. She does a lot of shopping together with Ming. Just then Linhua receives a message from Shin, who is again asking her for money. So Linhua ignores his message and tells Ming that she will not give Shin any more money now. Both of them go to a photo booth to click pictures, and Ming puts the photo in her room, where on her desk, there is another photo. In that photo, there is a boy too. After seeing it, she becomes a little serious. On the other hand, we also see that boy, who is actually Mr. Gao's friend. Both of them are very close. Meanwhile, Linhua again goes to the company.
She writes proposal for the Litao group.
And the proposal is also liked a lot by her department manager. But the manager gets angry at Linhua and sends her out of the cabin and steals her proposal and calls the Litao group so that she can take all the credit herself. Because of this, Linhua goes back to her and starts pointing out mistakes and flaws in the proposal, explaining that if a wrong proposal reaches the Little group, they might not even choose them, and the department manager's reputation will get ruined. So Linhua suggests that she will go as a delivery girl to submit the proposal. If everything goes well, she will give all the credit to the department manager only. Hearing this, the manager agrees. On the other hand, we see that Gao has already gone to a proposal meeting, where he rejects that proposal. Then Linhua comes to the company and tells them that she has brought a proposal from the Yushin group. So the manager there calls the guards to throw Linhua out. Because of this, Linhua covers her face and enters as a foreigner. But Mr. Gao comes from the front, recognizes her, and throws her out. This makes Linhua upset, but she still does not give up. So she uses some construction tools kept there and climbs on top of the building where Mr. Gao was holding a meeting. From outside the building, she starts signaling him to at least look at her proposal once. Now when Gao holds her to save her from falling, both of them come very close, and Gao is about to call security again. But before that, Linhua asks him to read the proposal once, because she had worked worked very hard on it. So Gao agrees to read it. One of Lin Hua's tasks gets completed. Then she gets a new task, which was that she had to bring feelings for herself inside Gao's heart. On the other hand, we see that Gao's uncle Lee comes to meet him. He is on Gao's side and wants to help him expand the business. After that, we see Lin Hua and Ming together. Lin Hua keeps getting messages from Shin again and again, but she is ignoring them. Because of this, Shin calls Ming, and Ming lets him talk to Lin Hua. This time also, Shin had called Lin Hua for his tuition fee, but Lin Hua does not give him money like before and says that if he wants money, he will have to give 4% interest in return. Hearing this, Shin also gets shocked that since when Lin Hua has become so rude. So in anger, he breaks up with her, and Lin Hua also cuts the call and starts telling Ming that anyway Shin will cheat on her. As soon as she says this, time stops because Lin Hua tried to reveal the plot. Now when the scene restarts, Lin Hua apologizes to Ming for her rude behavior and also calls Shin and convinces him not to break up because she could not change the novel's story. After this, we see that when Lin Hua goes to the company, she finds out about the Lida Group's news. Gao had used Lin Hua's proposal and made his own profit. Because of this, Lin Hua is a little angry that Gao did not give her any credit. On the other hand, Gao's assistant shows him a magazine. Actually, the chairman had officially announced Gao's marriage with Huan. Seeing this, Gao is not happy at all. Gao's mother is also unhappy because the chairman is doing all this only for his own profit. Because of this, the chairman and Gao's mother start arguing again. Meanwhile, Gao goes to the Yushin group, where he agrees to cooperate with them. Lin Hua's boss obviously says yes, but she asks Gao for 20% extra fee. Only then was she ready to work with him. Gao easily agrees to this. So Lin Hua goes to talk to him alone, where she asks why he wants to cooperate with her. She asks if he has some hidden plan, but Gao tells her that he simply liked Lin Hua's proposal, so he wants to work with her more. Saying this, he leaves, and Lin Hua gets a notification on her pager that Gao's affection for her is increasing. After that, when Lin Hua goes back to the office, her boss tells her to deliver a contract to the Lida Group. Lin Hua is just about to leave when Huan comes to meet her. She offers a collaboration contract to Lin Hua's boss, but she has only one condition. She wants Lin Hua to be fired from her job. On this, Lin Hua tells Huan that if she fires her, Lin Hua will get an even better chance to go to the Lida Group, because just a while ago, Gao himself had come to approach her for cooperation. So Huan makes another plan. She gets the contract signed from Lin Hua's boss, but puts one more condition that Lin Hua herself will handle this collaboration plan so that Huan can torture her. Hearing this, Lin Hua first pretends to be upset, but as soon as Huan leaves, Lin Hua and her boss become happy because now their company has two major projects. Next day, when Lin Hua goes to the Lida Group to get the contract signed, she receives a gift package from the pager because she was playing her role very well. As soon as Lin Hua accepts the gift, a glue bottle flies toward her and glue sticks to her jacket. Gao also comes from behind. Both of them get stuck together, and Gao has to open his shirt. But Lin Hua tells him that they could have also separated using scissors. So Gao hugs Lin Hua and takes her outside. Everyone there keeps staring at them. When Gao cuts his shirt, it gets cut in a heart shape. Then Lin Hua comes out happily, thinking that her gift package was really very good. But just then, outside the company, the chairman stops Lin Hua to talk to her. We see that Lin Hua meets the chairman. Actually, the chairman wants to give her money so that she stays away from Mr. Gao, so that the marriage relationship between Huan and Gao can become clear. Because of this, at first Lin Hua refuses to take the money and asks for 5 months of time, because only till then she was going to work with Gao. But then Lin Hua thinks that if she does not take the money, the chairman will become even more suspicious that Lin Hua is definitely planning to trap Mr. Gao. That is why she agrees to take the money. She was taking only 5,000 yuan from the chairman, because according to her Mr. Gao had only that much value. But the chairman gives her 50,000 yuan and tells her to stay away from Gao. On the other hand, we see Gao. The assistant tells him everything that he had seen the chairman and Lin Hua together. Lin Hua must have taken a commission. Because of this, Lin Hua also receives a message on her pager that Gao's feelings for her have reduced again. Meanwhile, Gao is going on a date with Huan. There, Huan only keeps praising him. Because of this, Gao gets a little bored. He tells the assistant to send Huan home by dropping her, but Huan goes home alone, and before leaving she slightly scares the assistant and asks him about the relationship between Lin Hua and Gao, and the assistant also tells her something. Hearing this, Huan gets very angry. She was going to take revenge on Lin Hua, but actually, this plan was also Gao. He had already explained everything to the assistant about what he had to say to Huan. On the other hand, we see Linhua. She is with Ming. There, Ming tells her about her British friend. As soon as she hears his name, Linhua remembers that a character named who probably dies in an accident at the end of the novel. But Linhua cannot tell this to Ming, because if she breaks the rule, Linhua will get a penalty. Meanwhile, Mr. Gao is busy at his home making a Warcraft model. He smiles while looking at the same shirt on which Linhua had stuck to him today. Next day, Linhua purchases a fighter jet from the museum to assemble it, and she is assembling it in a restaurant. Just then, Gao comes there to talk to her and asks her about the fighter jet, asking where she got it from and who assembled it. Linhua lies and says that she herself assembled the model. But hearing this, Gao gets a little angry, because Linhua was taking credit for someone else's work. And the same thing Linhua also explains to Mr. Gao, that he also did not give Linhua credit for her proposal. Then Gao tells her that on the same day he had met another company as well, and their proposal was also somewhat like Linhua's. That is why Gao had come to talk to Linhua. He asks her to go somewhere else and talk, so she asks him if he is taking her on a personal date, to which Gao also says yes. Then both of them go for lunch. Linhua thinks that if she wants to impress Gao, then she will have to show interest in his interest. Because of this, she also orders the same dish that Gao liked. Then both of them start talking about craft model. Linhua asks Gao why he assembles models for other people. To this, Gao tells her that he feels happy helping others. But Linhua has a doubt that Gao has such a big business and everything, so what is the need for him to feel happy by helping others? Hearing this, Gao gets a little upset and tells her that Linhua does not know him properly, that even after having everything, he does not have freedom and happiness, meaning he does not have those things that truly make him happy. After that, he also goes to drop Linhua at her home. He asks her that now Linhua has got business collaboration from the Litao group, so why is she still trying so much to know about Gao? Then Linhua asks him if he is asking her to give up. On this, Gao does not give any answer and drops her home and leave. But while going back, he sees that the house keys were left in his car. That is why, to return them, he goes to Linhua. Linhua was having dinner outside a restaurant. Seeing her there, Gao returns her keys, and Linhua asks that she could have gone home even without the keys because she lives with Ming. So why did Gao come there? On this, Gao first feeds her food with his own hands and comes close to her and asks her not to give up. Seeing this, she also gets surprised that why suddenly Gao is behaving so nicely with her. But then we see that someone was clicking photos of the two of them coming close. That means Gao was also pretending to be nice with Linhua. That is why Linhua does not receive any message on her pager. After that, when Gao goes home, his dad gets angry at him because of Gao not getting married, the chairman's business was getting affected. After hearing the chairman's words, Gao also feels a little depressed, because of which his mom calls him to talk and explains that Gao should not sacrifice himself and he should not marry, because his mom had also married the chairman in the same way. And now she was regretting it a lot because she was not happy. She did not want to see this happening to Gao. Next day, Gao goes with Linhua for archery, and he also teaches her how to aim at the target. Both of them come quite close to each other. After that, they sit in a garden and have lunch together. There, Linhua asks him whom she should give her craft model to, because it was already completed. Gao tells Linhua to take this decision herself, and he comes close to her and starts fixing her hair. Because of this, Linhua feels that maybe he is going to kiss her, and she gets a little nervous. But Gao does not kiss her. He was only doing all this for a perfect photo with her, and his plan also becomes successful, because a magazine publishes his and Linhua's photo on the front page, which the chairman sees, and Huan also sees it. Mr. Gao had done this so that Huan might cancel things with him. On the other hand, after seeing that photo, Linhua gets angry because she understands Gao's game. But Ming reminds Linhua that Shin is going to come back in a few days, so she should stay away from Gao. After that, we see Linhua going to the office. There also, everyone gives her special treatment because they think that she and Gao are in a relationship. Meanwhile, Huan wanted to take revenge. That is why she tells Linhua to deliver a contract to her industrial branch. Linhua also has to accept this because she was collaborating with her. When Linhua delivers the contract to the branch, she becomes very late for the last bus. She has to wait for someone's lift at that empty bus stand, and she also realizes that she cannot take a lift from anyone else. Only the novel's male lead could come to help her. Because of this, she gets even more worried because she did not even have a phone to call Gao. But then suddenly, a phone booth appears in front of her. She has only one coin in her bag, which she uses to call Gao and tell him her address. Gao also finds out from his assistant that Huan had intentionally sent Linhua to that branch because no one ever went there. After that, heavy rain also starts, and Linhua keeps waiting for Gao to come at the bus stand. She starts imagining that he will come to pick her up, but instead of Gao, a taxi driver comes there who gives Linhua a lift and also brings a towel, a jacket, and slippers for her. That is why Linhua goes with him, and we see that actually all these things were sent by Gao through that taxi driver, and Gao himself goes to the bus stand and takes Linhua's wet shoes with him. On the other hand, Linhua receives a notification on her pager that Gao's affection has increased by 1%. After that, when Linhua goes to meet Huan, she explains to her that Huan should not create problems for her. Instead, Huan is so capable that she can push Gao away from Linhua and become the female lead herself. Hearing this, Huan also feels that Linhua is right. That is why the very next day, she goes to Gao with cookies for him. She also brings a business proposal for him. On the other hand, Linhua catches a very bad cold and fever. But even then, she personally goes to deliver files to Gao. Before going inside, Gao's assistant stops her and tells her that Huan and Gao are together inside. But still, Linhua goes inside and sees that, even after Gao refuses, Huan is going close to him. That is why Linhua disturbs the two of them. Because of this, Huan gets a little angry at her. Then Linhua sees the cookies kept on the table and tells Huan that Gao had quit sugar a long time ago, so Huan should not gift him sweet. Hearing this, Huan gets even more angry. She was about to attack Linhua, but Gao stops her and tells her to leave. After that, seeing Linhua sick, he drops her home. Meanwhile, Huan talks to her dad about Linhua. Her dad tells her to stay calm, because Gao's company was already running in heavy loss, and they were going to need Huan's dad's company a lot. Gao could not run away from them. He had to marry Huan. On the other hand, we see Linhua. She gets a new task, that she has to go to her house and handle loan sharks who had come to take loan debt from her dad. That is why she goes to her home. There, she finds out that they were not loan sharks, but they were actually workers of Mr. Gao's dad. And they had come to take back the money from Linhua that Linhua had taken from Gao's dad to stay away from Gao, because Linhua's dad drank too much. Now, because Linhua's dad drank a lot, he thought that these people were loan sharks. After that, Linhua goes with them to talk to Gao's dad. On the other hand, we see Gao. He was looking at his photo with Linhua. Just then, he receives a call from his dad. There, his dad says that he is going to meet Linhua very soon, and what kind of girl she really is. He says that he will prove it very soon. That is why he also tells Gao to come there. When Linhua reaches there, Gao is listening to everything from outside. There, the chairman offers Linhua an even bigger amount and asks her to stay away from Gao. The chairman asks how much amount she will take, because she was doing all this only for money, right? But Linhua returns even the previous amount to the chairman and says that the chairman is trying to compare his own son with an amount. Maybe he does not consider Gao as his son, because he always only looks at him like business profit. So actually, everything was true. That is why Linhua rejects his offer and leaves. As soon as she opens the door, she finds Gao standing in front of her. Now he tells Linhua to wait there and goes to talk to his dad, and says that by now he must have understood who tries to solve every problem with money and what kind of girl Linhua really is, because she refused to take money from the chairman. Saying this, he leaves with Linhua, and Linhua says sorry to him because she talked to his dad in that way. On this, Gao also says sorry to her, because actually Gao's mom had saved the chairman's company when they had nothing. That is why the chairman believed that if he made connections with a strong family, he would earn more profit. That is why he wanted to keep Linhua away from Mr. Gao. After that, Gao also goes to drop Linhua at her home. There, she sees that Gao's affection on the pager has increased even more. When Linhua reaches her home, she finds out from her sister that she had come home after a very long time, because she had left after fighting with her dad. Actually, the fight was also about Shin, because for Shin, Linhua was doing 3 jobs and was not focusing on herself. Because of this, her dad got angry and hit her, and Linhua left the house. But her dad regretted this till today. Hearing this, Linhua feels a little bad. That is why she says sorry to her dad and also tells him that she has created distance from Shin. She has completely changed now, because she will only think about herself and her family now. Hearing this, her dad also becomes happy. He starts giving her the property papers of the house so that she can pay the loan shark's debt, but Linhua refuses to take them. After that, we see that Huan comes to Gao's house with her family and also brings gifts for him, in which Gao has no interest at all. His mom also notices this and takes him aside so that she can explain to him that if Gao does not want all this and does not like Huan, then he can also reject her. On the other hand, Linhua receives a parcel. Someone has gifted her a phone. Seeing this, she becomes very happy, and there is one number saved in the phone, seeing which she feels that maybe Ming has gifted her this phone, and she has also saved that number. So Linhua calls to say thanks, but actually Gao had gifted her the phone, and the call also goes to Gao. But at that time, the phone was with Huan, so she attends Gao's phone. Hearing Linhua's voice, she gets angry, and because of this, she tells her that today she has come to Gao's house to decide the engagement date. Hearing this, Linhua becomes tense, because her main task was to date Gao, and Huan was coming in between. She quickly leaves to stop her. Meanwhile, when Gao sees Linhua's missed calls on his phone, he goes into his room to talk. Linhua also secretly enters his room. There, she finds her shoes which she had left at the bus stand. Just then, Gao comes there. Linhua starts explaining to him that Gao should not get married because he cannot sacrifice his life for business. Gao is surprised to see that Linhua has come directly to his house to stop the marriage, and while they are talking, Linhua hears the sound of Huan coming there. She goes close to Gao and pretends to kiss him, so that Huan, after seeing them together, cancels the marriage. Huan also sees them and only warns Linhua and leaves from there angrily, because of which Linhua and Gao feel that maybe now Huan will cancel the marriage. That is why Linhua takes her shoes and leaves from there. But after she leaves, Gao gets scolded a lot by the chairman for why he is not staying away from Linhua and why he does not want to get married. On this, Gao tells the chairman that he will not marry Huan now. And as for the company's profit, he will himself find a way to make profit, because the way the chairman was worried about the company, in the same way Gao also cared about the company. After that, the chairman also meets Huan's dad and tries to explain the whole situation to him so that he does not terminate the contract with them. But Huan's dad does not listen to the chairman and decides that he will not do any partnership with the Litao group. On the other hand, we see Linhua. She is looking at those shoes and thinking about Gao. But till now, she has not received any message from Gao. Neither has any notification come on the pager about whether Gao's affection has increased or not. Then, Linhua receives a call from Ming. She tells her that today her car broke down exactly at the place where her friend who was on duty, and Ming asked him for help so that he could drop her home. But he did not come with her himself to help her, and instead arranged for someone else to help her because he was busy on duty. That is why Ming had to go home alone. Actually, who is the same friend who was in Ming's school group photo, and she liked him. After that, Linhua meets Ming. There, she finds out that the Litao group is in very serious trouble because Huan's dad, who had always supported the Litao group until now, has terminated the contract. Because of this, employees were also resigning from the Litao group, and no one wanted to do business with them anymore. After hearing this, Linhua becomes a little worried about Gao. We then see that all of this was actually being done by Huan, so that Gao would have no other option except to be accepting her. But Gao is not someone who gives up easily. For now, he is a little worried because of the company crisis. Because of this, he goes to meet Linhua. Linhua makes him a famous coffee from the future and gives it to him to drink. After that, she also gifts Gao a doll so that if he feels tired or stressed, he can squeeze the doll. Linhua does all this because if she helps Gao with his problems, Gao will like her even more, and Linhua will be able to return to her real world sooner. After this, Gao becomes busy with his work, and Linhua secretly helps him, which Gao still notices. Then we see that Ming calls Hu and asks him to go out for dinner because Hu had been ignoring her for a long time and she wanted to meet him. But Hu makes an excuse about work and refuses to go to dinner with Ming. Because of this, she feels very bad. After that, we see Gao, who is so busy with work that he cannot even attend the company's board meeting. Because of this, his dad gets angry with him. On the other side, Linhua finds out about a person named Dr. Wei who could help the Litao group. That is why she goes to meet Dr. Wei along with Gao. Dr. Wei also arrives on a bike with his wife. Seeing this, Linhua and Gao go outside to talk. However, Dr. Wei does not talk to them and starts repairing his wife's bike instead. During this, the bike accidentally turns on and mud from the bike tire is about to splash on Linhua. But Gao comes in front and saves her. Dr. Wei's wife apologizes to them for this and becomes ready to talk as well. Gao and Linhua then tell her about launching sanitary pads, and Dr. Wei is very famous for his raw material, so they want Dr. Wei to cooperate with them. Dr. Wei refuses for the time being, but Linhua does not give up. Since she is from the future, she has more knowledge about bikes than Dr. Wei, so she helps him repair the bike and also gives many tips about bike trip. Because of this, Dr. Wei becomes a little impressed. Since it was already night, Linhua and Gao could not go back, so they decide to stay at the hotel there. But there was only one room available in that hotel, so Linhua takes that room. Gao feels a little awkward about sharing the room, so Linhua tells him that they came here for work purposes, so they have no choice but to share the room. When they are looking for the room, they accidentally enter the wrong room. They get locked inside, and there is no light inside the room. Linhua gets scared, mistaking slippers for rat. Gao comforts her. Then they start talking about bikes, and Gao asks how Linhua knows so much about bikes. Linhua tells Mr. Gao that she had once gone on a bike ride too, and when her bike broke down, she watched some short videos, which gave her a lot of knowledge. But Gao does not understand this because, in their time, no one watched short videos and there was no internet. Then Gao tells her that she should someday go on a bicycle ride with someone she loved. Hearing this, Linhua starts blushing, as if Gao is talking about her. Then Gao calls the reception in some way and manages to get out of there with Linhua. After that, they also have drinks with Dr. Wei and his wife. Gao explains their products to them properly and explains why they want to work on female hygiene products and why they want to remove the taboo around periods from people's minds. After hearing these reasons, Dr. Wei's wife agrees to talk to him so that she can convince him about the deal. Here, she also praises Mr. Gao, saying that even after being rejected the first time, they did not give up and kept trying until the end and finally proved their point. In response, Gao praises Linhua as well, saying that he was able to fight till the last moment only because of her, because he trusted Linhua and believed that she would never do anything wrong, and that coming here together would definitely be successful. Hearing this, Linhua becomes very happy. We see that after having drinks with Dr. Wei, Gao and Linhua are also drinking and talking while watching the stars because it was very cold there. Gao gives his jacket to Linhua. Because of this, she gets impressed and comes closer to Gao and starts carefully looking at his face, thinking about how handsome he is. She even asks him whether he has absolutely no interest in her. After saying this, she faints there. Because of this, Gao lifts her and takes her to the room. When he is putting her on the bed, Linhua grabs him. Gao tells her that she can stop pretending to be unconscious, and in reality, Linhua was just acting. After that, Gao decides to go sleep in his car, but Linhua forcefully stops him and makes an excuse that she feels scared alone. Because of this, Gao sleeps in the room with Linhua, but he places a blanket and a pillow between them. Due to this, he feels very cold, cannot sleep properly, and starts working on his project instead. The next day, both of them are going back home because Dr. Wei has not given any answer yet. They think that maybe he has rejected them, but just then, Dr. Wei and his wife arrive there. They reveal that Dr. Wei was actually not the person Linhua and Gao thought he was. In fact, Dr. Wei was that person's wife. That is why they agreed to work with them, because she had personally listened to and understood Linhua and Gao's proposal. Now they go to the company, and after the meeting, Linhua gets an emergency task. Within 5 minutes, she has to somehow kiss the male lead. That is, Gao. If she does not do it, she will get punished. So Linhua starts thinking about how she can kiss him, because there are so many people around them. Then a plan comes into her mind. She kisses Gao, but at the same time, she reveals that they are inside a novel and that they are all fictional characters. Because of this, she gets a time divine punishment, and she goes back a few seconds in time to before she kissed him. In this way, she also saves herself from everyone finding out that she kissed Gao. Then Gao takes her to a museum to show her his secret room, where he used to make Warcraft models. There, he tells Linhua that when they were in the office, he felt like he had forgotten something. Actually, he had forgotten the kiss, which Linhua also stops him from remembering. Then Gao paints his models together with her, and by mistake, some paint also gets on his chin. While trying to clean it, Linhua comes very close to him. But just then, Gao gets a call from his assistant, who is coming to talk to him about something. Because of this, Linhua leaves from there. She goes out with Ming, where she is very happy because the male lead's affection has increased to 59%, and soon Linhua's goal will be completed. Because of this, she also tells Ming that even if she ever leaves Ming and goes away, they will still remain friends. The next day, Linhua gets ready and goes to the office to meet Gao. But Gao behaves completely differently with her compared to yesterday and talks to her very rudely. He even tells her to fix her outfit. Seeing this, Linhua gets a little confused and leaves from there. But we come to know that Gao is behaving like this because just yesterday, he had asked his assistant to find out everything about Linhua. Gao finds out that Linhua has a boyfriend named Shin, and that Linhua works so hard at her job because she needs money for Shin's expenses. That is why Gao is behaving like that with her. After this, we see that when Linhua is in her office, she asks her department manager and her colleague whether her outfit does not look good. Linhua had gone with the intention that after seeing her in that outfit, Gao would ask her out on a date that night, but the opposite happened. They tell her that her outfit is absolutely perfect. Maybe the person in front of her only sees her as a friend, so he did not ask her out on a date. Linhua does not understand this because until yesterday, Gao's behavior was completely different and the affection had increased to 59%. But now, Gao is behaving strangely. At the same time, Linhua's page had also become damaged. On the other side, Gao's mood is upset because of Linhua, so he goes to a shooting club. There, some boys are bullying Hu. They are making fun of him, saying that even though he is a poor traffic police officer, he has come to a shooting club meant only for rich people. But Gao goes there, challenges them in shooting, and wins by hitting all the targets at the same point. Now both of them are talking, and Hu understands that Gao is worried about something. When he asks him, Gao tells him that he is just not able to let go of something. From this, Hu understands that there must be a girl in Gao's life, because when Hu was on duty, he had seen Linhua with Gao. He also knows Linhua because when Shin went abroad, Ming and Hu had gone together to his farewell dinner. That is why Hu messages Ming and asks her to meet. Because of this, Ming becomes very happy, because earlier Hu was avoiding her, but now he wants to meet her. She gets ready and goes, while also remembering everything. She remembers how both of them used to stay together in school and participate in games. But Hu only asks her about the relationship between Shin and Linhua. Because of this, Ming gets angry and leaves because she feels that Hu called her only for work. On the other hand, we see that Gao has become distracted because of Linhua. That is why he goes to her company and talks to her boss, and forcefully takes Linhua to the lead-out group so that she can stay there and work on the project. The other employees get shocked after seeing the new employee because she came without any interview. Along with this, Gao keeps watching Linhua from his cabin. As soon as Linhua looks at him, he starts pretending to be busy on a call. Then he gives Linhua a lot of work to do, and even when Linhua is still working after everyone has left at night, Gao sends dinner for her from his assistant's place. Seeing this, Linhua becomes happy, but the assistant tells her that Gao has given her even more work that she has to finish today. Linhua completes that work as well, and while talking to Ming, she starts going toward the lift. Then she starts speaking badly about Gao, which he hears because he was also waiting for Linhua outside the lift. Linhua thanks him for the dinner. After that, even after going home, she complains about Gao to Ming. Then Ming tells her that today Hu was asking about her. Maybe Shin had asked Hu to keep an eye on Linhua. Linhua asks Ming if she still likes Hu, and Ming tells her that when she was in school, Hu saved her from bullying, and since then she has liked him. Actually, Hu also liked her, but he did not consider himself worthy because he comes from a poor family. That is why he stayed away from Ming. After that, we see that to trouble Gao, Linhua goes to the office the next day wearing a hydrating mist, and right in front of Gao, she tells her colleagues that this mist was sent to her by her friend from abroad. Seeing this, Gao becomes jealous, and at the same time, he calls his uncle and orders many special mists from Hong Kong and gifts them to Linhua. But Linhua distributes those mists among her colleagues. Then when she goes home, she receives a call from Gao. He gives her a new job because he has removed his assistant from the job. Now Linhua becomes his assistant, because of which he tells her to come early in the morning to pick him up the next day. The next day, when Linhua goes to pick him up, Gao comes specially dressed up for her. His tie is not properly set, so Linhua helps him fix it. Seeing this, Gao asks her where she learned all this from. Linhua says that she learned all this for a personal reason. Actually, she is talking about Gao himself. But Gao thinks that maybe she is talking about Shin. Because of this, he becomes jealous and leaves her alone and goes to the office. Linhua also comes to the office later, feeling irritated. Seeing this, the other employees also start talking, thinking that maybe something is going on between Linhua and Gao. After that, we see that Linhua has not yet seen what Shin looks like. So when she receives Shin's email, she also checks his photo. Shin looks so funny that Linhua starts laughing after seeing him, but she does not notice that Gao is sitting behind her. On the other hand, Hu invites Ming for dinner because he wants to talk to her. Both of them meet at an expensive restaurant. After seeing the prices of the dishes, Hu feels a little uncomfortable because he does not have that much money. While they are talking, Gao and Linhua also arrive there. Seeing each other, they get shocked. Now these two also have dinner together with Ming and Hu. Ming and Hu start talking about their school days, in which Shin is also mentioned. Because of this, Linhua keeps interrupting their conversation again and again, but Gao understands everything. Because of this, he drinks a lot. After dinner, Linhua has to handle him, where Gao is upset and behaving strangely. So Linhua directly asks him whether Gao is feeling jealous or if he likes her. But Gao does not choose either option and says that he just hates Linhua. Linhua tells him that he cannot hate her because she is his assistant. Then Gao tells her to stop talking because she has been talking too much today. Because of this, Linhua seals her lips and does not say anything. Then Gao apologizes to her and tells her that she can do whatever she wants. The next day, when Gao wakes up, he gets a call from Linhua, who tells him to come to the company because he is late. But Gao cuts her call. Then he gets another call, but this time it is not from Linhua. It is from a radio station, calling to inform him that the song request Gao made yesterday will be on air this evening. Because of this, Gao remembers that he did all this while being drunk yesterday. So he calls his assistant to his house so that the assistant can go to the radio station and cancel the request. The assistant also gives Gao very important news. Actually, he found out that as soon as Shin went abroad, he made a new girlfriend. That means he was cheating on Linhua, and the assistant also had proof of this. Hearing this, Gao feels a little happy, because now Gao realizes that he finally has a chance to approach Linhua. But then he finds out that Shin is also returning to China in just a few days. After that, when Gao goes to the office, Linhua is standing there with hangover tea for him. She asks Gao to remember what happened yesterday, but Gao does not remember anything, and Linhua gets upset and leaves from there. On the other hand, Ming remembers that last night she was very drunk. In her emotional state, she told Hu that she will never drive again because she wanted Hu to come and drop her everywhere like during school time and spend time with her. After that, when she is going to her office, a taxi driver starts bothering her in the name of giving her a lift. Just then, Hu arrives there and drops Ming at the company on his bike. He also says that yesterday Ming herself said that she will not drive anymore, and after saying this, he leaves from there. But Ming notices a shooting club card sticking out of Hu's pocket, and she understands where she can meet him next time. Meanwhile, Linhua is listening to her favorite radio channel when Mr. Gao takes her radio away and tells her to quickly go to Dr. Wei's lab so that she stays busy there and does not accidentally hear the song that is about to be played on the radio in Gao's name. But then Gao notices that Linhua is going to the lab by taxi, and she can listen to the radio inside the taxi. Because of this, Gao decides to drop her himself. But since the lab was only an excuse, he instead takes her on a date. Linhua requests that she wants to go to the seaside, so Gao takes her there. But because Gao had a drowning accident in his childhood, he starts feeling very scared after seeing the water. So Linhua takes him away from the water, and both of them sit there and talk. Gao asks her for whom she is working so hard. Linhua tells him that she is doing all this for money. Just then, Gao gets a call from the company. Actually, due to an equipment failure in the production department, all the work has stopped. Because of this, Gao decides to go abroad himself. Linhua remembers that somewhere in the novel it was written that Gao will gain profit by going to Italy, and that will also be the turning point of their relationship. So Linhua tells Gao to trust his destiny and go to Italy. Gao believes her and goes to Italy. Now when the day of Gao's return comes, no one in the company is able to contact him because he missed his flight on the way. Everyone gets scared thinking that maybe his flight has crashed. Because of this, Linhua also becomes very tense and goes to the airport with Gao's assistant. There, Linhua keeps checking her pager again and again to see if there is any information about whether something happened to the drama's male lead or not. Just then, Gao calls her from behind. As soon as Linhua sees him, she runs toward him and hugs him because she was very worried about him. At the same time, Linhua receives a notification on her pager that the male lead's affection has increased to 90%, and in just a few days, Linhua can win and come out of the novel. She becomes very happy. Just then, Gao's friend Dian arrives there, and she brings Shin with her. Seeing this, Linhua gets shocked. Actually, Dian is a very good friend of Mr. Gao. She was about to introduce Shin as her boyfriend, but Shin suddenly changes the situation and introduces Dian as his classmate. After that, Linhua also tries to talk to Shin, but Shin interrupts her as well and says that Linhua is also his old classmate. Because of this, neither of them finds out the truth that Shin is cheating on both of them. Shin and Dian then leave for home, and Dian asks him why he did not tell them that she is his girlfriend. Shin starts making excuses and says that he will properly introduce her to everyone later. The next day, Shin meets Linhua and starts lying to her as well. He says that when he was abroad, he missed Linhua every day, and even if he made some mistake, Linhua has always been in his heart. Hearing this, Linhua feels extremely angry because she knows that Shin is cheating on her and lying so easily. But she cannot say anything, because if she reveals the plot, she will get a penalty and her chances of going home will decrease. Still, she becomes so angry that she scolds Shin badly, and as punishment, her time gets rewound. She goes a few seconds back. There, she is forced to forgive Shin and pretend as if Shin's cheating does not bother her at all. Shin then makes another request and says that until he is using DN, Linhua and he will have to break up. And once he becomes successful, they will get back into a relationship again. Linhua happily agrees, because she wanted to get rid of Shin anyway. Then while leaving, Linhua throws water on Shin's face and also tells him to return all the expenses and tuition fees she paid for him, with interest. Meanwhile, Dian comes to meet Mr. Gao. She brings some packaging designs for him. She also talks to Gao about Shin and tells him that she has been dating Shin for 3 years. She tells him that she wants Shin to join the Litao group. After hearing this, Gao also calls Shin for an interview. Before leaving, Dian also talks to Linhua and asks her if she is Shin's close friend. Linhua denies it. Dian then says that Shin had told her the truth, that he had never dated anyone and that he had no female friends. Hearing this, for a moment Linhua feels extremely angry at Shin because he is making such a good girl like Dian look foolish. But Linhua is not able to tell Dian anything. After that, we see Shin meeting Gao for the interview. Gao asks him that the college he studied at was very expensive, so who handled all his expenses? First, Shin lies and says that he got a scholarship. Later, he tells another lie and says that he did part-time job. Hearing this, Gao gets angry. He tells Shin the truth, that he knows Shin's expenses were being sent from China, and whoever sent that money, Shin should return it to them. Gao also rejects him for the job, but Shin puts all the blame on Linhua and says that she was his girlfriend and that she cheated on him. Because of her, he got distracted from his studies, and then Dian supported him. That is how he started dating Dian. Hearing this, Gao becomes even more angry, but he does not react, because at that moment he receives a message from Linhua. While leaving, Shin also sees that message. After that, Shin goes to the hotel and gets very angry. He even shouts badly at a servant. Dian sees all this from a distance, because she starts doubting that Shin is not the kind of person he pretends to be. She feels this way because Linhua had warned her not to trust anyone blindly. To confirm her doubt, Dian goes to talk to Shin and asks him about Linhua. Shin lies again and says that Linhua was just his classmate and that he never liked her at all. From this, Dian understands that Shin is hiding something, so she leaves from there. On the other side, we see Ming. When she comes to meet Hu, he tries to tell her something, but at the same time, she gets a message from one of her friends saying that Linhua cheated on Shin and dumped him. Seeing this, Ming gets very angry and immediately goes to teach Shin a lesson. Meanwhile, Shin is telling all his friends how Linhua cheated on him and how she herself broke up with him, even though Shin took such good care of her. Hearing this, Ming becomes even more furious. She is about to hit Shin with a bottle, but Hu stops her and tells her that he also knows everything, because he has also seen Linhua with someone else. Hearing this, Ming gets angry at Hu as well and leaves from there, because she trusts her best friend and believes that Linhua could never do something so wrong. Ming then sits alone and starts crying. Just then, Linhua comes to meet her and stops her from being emotional. Linhua tells her that Shin cheated on her, but even then Linhua is not worrying about it, so Ming also does not need to cry for him. Both of them then go home together. The next day, Linhua brings some packaging ideas for Dian. This time, they are planning to do comic-style packaging. For this, Linhua takes help from Ming, because she is a comic writer. And with this, part 1 ends here. I hope you liked this video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want next part, tell us in the comment. We'll bring it soon.